The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Good evening, everyone. I'm Asha, Department of English, and today I have pleasure of being your host of this day. Let's begin to the session. It is indeed a great pleasure for us this evening. I would like to say welcome. First, I would like to welcome our chief guest, Dr. S. Gayatri, Assistant Professor and HOD in UG and PG, Department of Computer Science in DG Vaishnav College, Chennai. Next, we would like to welcome Dr. V. Nagajodi, sir, Principal of SCP Jain College, and Vice Principal, ma'am, Dr. N. Sujata, and all the heads of the department, faculty members, and my dear students. A warm welcome you all to the today's faculty development program. Once again, welcome you all. Who taught us leadership is not a position or a title? It is an action, an example. It, it is none other than that our college principal. It's my honor to welcome our principal, Dr. V. Nagajodi, sir, to present the presidential address to the participants. Over to our principal, sir.
Sincere thanks to our management for granting permission to conduct this one-week faculty development program in computer science and computer applications. I also cordially welcome Dr. S. Gayatri ma'am, who is there to present about machine learning in cybersecurity, which is a most much opted subject nowadays. And as far as our college is concerned, we are taking a lot of measures in order to keep up with the latest trends that is taking place in computer science and as well as computer applications. And there are many emerging areas are there, and we are concentrating almost all these emerging areas of computer science and computer applications. And the machine learning is one of the technology where how this machine learning is used in cyber security. Ma'am is going to address all of us. And it is a wonderful platform for all the teachers, those who are attending this faculty development program, and as well as most of the students who are attending this as a short-term training program. And it gives a very good idea to all of you. And I request all of you to please make use of this particular session. And we are on the 7th day of this faculty development program. And it gives immense pleasure to me in welcoming our Dr. S. Gayatri ma'am for this wonderful session. And I am also thankful to our management, our president particularly, Mr. Nemichanji, and our secretary, Mr. Lalit Kumar O. Jainji, and our vice principal ma'am, and all other HODs and the faculty members. It gives immense pleasure to in welcoming all of you for this faculty development program. And I want all of you to learn what is this and how we are going to apply these things while writing articles or while attending any other faculty development programs, and how we are going to make use of this machine learning in our day-to-day life or in article writing. And these things ma'am is going to explain to us. So with these few words, I'll hand over back this session to Asha Devi ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Let me invite A.E. Tirunelli, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Application, to introduce our chief guest to the participants. Over to Tirunelli.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Good evening to one and all present virtually. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce our chief guest, Dr. S. Gayatri, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, DG Vaishnav College, Chennai, to the FDP webinar on machine learning in cyber security. Specialization of data mining in e-business. She has authored 2 books, 6 publications in international journals and 10 in national journals. She has received various awards, including Best Teacher Award, Ilakya Chole in the year 2019 and from ESN publication in the year 2021. and Best Paper Award for the paper entitled Secure IoT in WSN Network and International Conference in the year 2018. Ma'am, it is an honorable moment for our college to have your prestigious presence in today's FDP webinar. Welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Asha.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Distinguished
Thank you, Asha.
participants, may I now request Dr. S. Gayatri, ma'am, to address our esteemed participants of the program. Over to Dr. S. Gayatri, ma'am.
Good evening to one and all. First of all, I like to express my sincere gratitude to the management of Sarprabhu Jain College, respected Secretary, Mr. Lalit Kumar Jain, Vice Principal, Dr. N. Sujata Madam, and Dr. N. Ravichandran, Head, Department of Computer Science, and Mr. A.P. Prabhu, Head, Department of Computer Application, and also Ms. Thirunellai Ma'am, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, for giving me this wonderful opportunity to share some knowledge about machine learning in cyber security. So welcome to the world of machine learning in cyber security. And today this session we are going to discuss about what is machine learning, why is it useful, how does the machine learning work, and the process of machine learning, and the machine learning in cyber security, how machine learning benefits cyber security, and threat analysis, and overall solution for cyber security. We all know that in this current fast running world, now everything is dependent on machine and everything is automatic, right? Yeah. Machine learning, it is a subfield of computer science that gives computers the ability to learn without being explicitly programmed. Thus, it is an application of artificial intelligence. It is the modern science of finding patterns and making predictions from data based on work in multivariate statistics, data mining, pattern recognition, and advanced predictive analysis. Next, why the machine learning is useful? Machine learning is great for simplifying larger problems and makes the work of humans faster and more efficient and to automate the things. And a very good example is in fraud detection. Nowadays, everything is whatever maybe the online transactions we are doing only through the net. Nobody is going to the bank and nobody is doing the transactions through the bank. Everything is online today. So where a human task force has to manually sort through millions of documents in order to find a few fraud transactions, and that is very, very hectic. So this made much simpler with the use of machine learning.
Gayatri madam,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
sorry to interrupt. Your point of your side வந்து something problem madam in mic point of view. Please adjust.
Voice is
Yes. Not clear madam.
just a minute, sir. It's okay only.
Now you proceed, madam. I will check.
Is it okay now, sir?
Some echo will come, madam.
Somebody has not muted it, some sir. Maybe that off.
No, all of them exited from
Muted.
the. Yes,
Okay.
exited already.
Oh.
Okay, you proceed, madam. Okay, no problem.
So to find this made much simpler with the use of machine learning, where it can track anomalies in data and reduce the occurrence of false positives. Next, let me discuss how does machine learning work. It works by combining large amount of data, analyze, and allows the software to learn automatically from the patterns or features in the data. So it is called prediction and it stores the feedback. Nowadays, we all know that company is developing driverless cars. It uses a combination of sensors, cameras, radar, and it applies the artificial intelligence technique to travel between destinations without a human operator. Yes, neural network identify the patterns in the data which is fed to machine learning algorithms. And from that, it recognizes the traffic light, trees, pedestrians, street signs, etc. Thus, this is the process how the machine learning works. We are giving the input data, and by using special data mining algorithms, all the input data are analyzed, and some special pattern recognition techniques and algorithms, k-means clustering algorithms, k-means algorithm, various algorithms are there. Based on that, we are finding the patterns and we are making the prediction and we are stores the feedback. Thus, the machine learns itself depends on the feedback. So this way the machine learning works. And let me discuss about the machine learning process. As we discussed, the first phase is the learning phase. And in the learning phase, it again consists of three parts: the pre-processing part, learning part, and error analysis part. The first part is pre-processing. Here we are pre-processing the data. We are reducing the noise by applying the filtering technique. We are doing the normalization in the data and we are getting the normalized data by applying the dimension reduction method, and we are processing the image and we are retrieving what we need actually from the large amount of data, and we are doing the learning algorithms in that. So we all know, so three different types of learning techniques are the supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and semi-supervised learning. Supervised learning is nothing but learning with the help of a teacher. That is, we'll give the input data and the output also will be given. So in what is the intent output, and this is what the input, and we have to learn from the labeled data. That is called as a supervised learning. And in unsupervised learning, it's nothing but learning without the help of a teacher. So how the systems can infer a function to describe a hidden structure from unlabeled data. That is unsupervised learning. And next thing is called as a semi-supervised learning. Here both labeled and unlabeled data for training. We are applying both the labeled data and also the unlabeled data, depends upon the situation. So these are all the three different ways of learning. And next we will go for error analysis. So once the predictions has been done, and if there are any anomalies, if there are any discrepancies, and we will do all the validation methods and we will report the error. So this is the first phase, that is learning phase of the machine learning. The next phase is called as the prediction phase. From the previous patterns, the machine learning algorithms makes predictions and output the predictor data. So it do the predictions depends upon the continuous learning and it outputs the predictor data. So this is the process of machine learning. Next, we come into our most existence topic, that is machine learning in cybersecurity. So let me discuss how the machine learning plays a very vital role in cybersecurity. Machine learning is quickly adopted in cybersecurity for its potential to automate the detection and prevention of attacks. It has become a vital technology and preemptively stamps out the cyber threats and bolsters the security infrastructure through pattern recognition, real-time cybercrime mapping, and through the penetration testing. And let me discuss the machine learning principles in cybersecurity. And again, two phase, training phase and the protection phase. And in training phase, we provide two types of executable files. One is benign files, and another one is called as malicious executable files. We all know what is benign executable files is nothing but the files collected from the Windows OS, that is the original files. And malicious files are the files downloaded from the internet, that is false files. And both are applied to the training data. And from that, applying the machine learning techniques, machine learning algorithms, model is predicted. And the protection phase, if some unknown executable file is entered, so it will compare, and if there is any anomalies, it will detect whether it is malicious or it is a benign file. So that is the machine learning principle in cyber security. Next, how the machine learning benefits the cyber security. In traditional cyber security, problems were aided by mathematical model. We all know in network security, in traditional approach, we have applied the cryptography algorithms, RSA algorithms, AES, DES, and many types of cryptography algorithms are there. And have used only those type of cryptographic algorithms, data transformations, to protect our data from the net. But in nowadays, a traditional approach is not at all enough, because the cyber security threats we face are constantly changing. Am I right? There are more devices connected to the internet nowadays than more people are connected. So there is very 10% of people nowadays are meeting or together in a particular sector or campus, whatever may be. And we all feel convenient to meet through the net. And we are sharing our knowledge, just like we are connecting. I think most 100 people are connected today session through the net. So, and we or connected mostly through the net. And nowadays, the number of devices connected to the internet is very, very, very high. Mobile devices, wearables, security automation sensors. So many types of devices are connected to the internet nowadays. And the cyber criminals have already started using the IoT devices to launch the attacks. So new approach to cyber security is more like the human body. We always feel some symptoms when we are sick, right? For example, say we may have a corona symptoms, so cough, throat pain, like that. And if we get any corona symptoms, what we are doing? We are taking the corona test and we are quarantining ourselves, or we are taking necessary medicines, whatever may be, right? The same way, we monitor our devices, whatever the devices connected to the internet, we are monitoring those devices and we are creating a baseline how everything normally operates. That is, we are creating a prediction. Whenever a particular machine starts to behave abnormally, then we isolate that particular device. So when we corona symptoms are for us, then we isolate ourselves like this. So whenever a particular machine starts to behave abnormally, then definitely we will isolate that particular device and to prevent other devices from the faults. So here, a perfect example of utilization of machine learning. Here I have discussed about the spam filtering. So we are using the sensors, cameras, whatever may be, to detect the vulnerable data, and we are applying the pre-processing techniques. So we are finding how many number of recipients are there, what is the size of message, number of attachments, how many number of recipients in the particular subject's line, and we are doing the noise filtering, and we are applying feature extraction techniques, and our data is pre-processed, and it's nothing but it is we have discussed in the previous slide, only a machine learning process, right? And we are applying that particular machine learning process in my spam filtering. That is the one of the perfect example of how the machine learning is applied in the cyber security. And the next is dimensionality reduction. And after reducing our data, and we are applying the techniques, classification or regression, clustering technique, many machine learning techniques for that, and we can apply any one of the particular machine learning techniques, and the model is predictor, and I'll compare that with the predicted output. If there is any anomaly, if there is any discrepancies, then I'll cross validate and I'll output the result. Thus, it shows how the machine learning technique is applied in spam filtering. And in same way, this machine learning technique is applied nowadays almost in all the process. It's applied in spam filtering, and it's applied in driverless cars, and it's applied in fraud detection, and it is applied in to automate the process. Nowadays, in most IT companies, there is no security at all. Instead of paying 10,000 rupees for that particular security, they are keeping the sensors, they are keeping the cameras, and by means of sensors, we are detecting everything. So whatever may be the thing in even all the malls. So the manpower is totally, we are reducing by applying this machine learning techniques in each and every process. Thus, here I have shown the example of utilization of ML in spam filtering. Next is threat analysis. So many learning systems are there. We can apply any of these learning systems for our machine learning heuristics. So by comparing many different types of heuristics, we may predict a particular model. If there is any anomaly, if there is any discrepancy, so we may isolate the thing. And mostly here we can also apply the unassisted learning, that is the learning without the help of a teacher, right? This also comes under the learning system in threat analytics. Normally in spam detections, in attacks, in defense for DODS detections attacks, we all can also apply this unassisted learning. So how a child learns to walk? Are we teaching a child to walk? No, we are not teaching. So at the 2 months or 3 months it crawls, and 6 months it just step ahead, and then after 8 months or 9 months again it start learning to walk, again it drops. So if it drops, oh, something it is false, so we have to correct over, it was back propagate again, and based on the fault the child is learning, so we have to go like this, the same way based on the fault. So the machine is learning, oh, this is fault, so we should not go in that particular route, we have to make an alternative route. The machine is taking an alternative route, that is the unassisted learning, like Google Maps. If we miss one particular route, so automatically it will divert our path from where we are. So it won't again show us from the start. If we miss that particular route, from that particular where we have missed, from that it will divert. So Google Maps, everything, or the examples of the machine learning techniques, and the major concept is unassisted learning. The machine learns itself by applying the artificial intelligence techniques, by applying the patterns, and from the patterns the model is predicted, and we are getting the intended output, that is the threat analytics. And thus this slide shows the improvement of security incident. So internet scale measurement and data collection, so malicious activities, spam, phishing, scanning, and untested HTTPs. Many protocols are untested nowadays, and we have to watch all those protocols. Only because of those things many viruses are coming into our system, and we are applying the data processing and feature extraction. We are aggregating the data at the virtual level itself. We are applying the data mining algorithms. Nowadays, many different advanced data mining and machine learning algorithms are there. So classified training and correlation analysis. And we are getting our exact data from large amount of data. And one particular incentive mechanism has been designed. Understanding the features, security interdependence, and the model is predicted. So this is the improvement of security incident, and the overall solution for cyber security. So thus I want to conclude, I want to say that the machine learning nowadays plays a vital role in cyber security. So without machine learning, definitely we cannot control the threats in the cyber security. Because everything is connected to the internet nowadays, and every online transaction is done through the net only. And if we apply the human force to control over those things, definitely it will be a very huge task. So that the machine learning plays a vital role there. And the first in this CFS phase, the first thing is the governance and compliance. That is, we had to prepare a strategy and we have to assess based on the particular strategy. The planning is very, very important. And then we have to design, and by applying the management techniques and by training all the semi-supervised or supervised algorithms and clustering techniques, we are training the data. How we are training the freshers, how we are training the newcomers in our college. We are giving the work and we will make them to train to adapt to the college environment, right? Thus, we are training the data. That is the implementation part. And once it has been done, we are predicting a model that is comes under the monitoring and management phase. Whatever may be the incident, response, and cyber forensic activities. If there is any anomaly, there is any discrepancy, then we will generate a report. That is the optimized solution. And based on that, our data is transformed again. That is the last phase of security posture assessment. So thus, from this, I want to conclude that machine learning plays a very vital role in cybersecurity, and Python programming plays a very important role in machine learning. So depends upon the pandas on many libraries available in the Python programming. You can easily do the machine learning programming, and thus it also helps in maintaining the cyber security. So there is a very huge demand for Python programmers nowadays because of this machine learning, right? So far I have concluded, and once again I'll give a quick recap about my PPT. So we have discussed about what is machine learning. It's nothing but gives the computers the ability to learn without being explicitly programmed. And what is it actually? It's actually that is an application of AI and applying the statistics and AI algorithms. We are predicting our data, and we discussed why it's very, very useful nowadays. So the rate is percentage is increasing because everybody is now using the internet. Everybody is connected to the internet. So it is very, very important to learn the machine learning languages and to learn about the machine learning process, how it implements. And next we discuss about how the machine learning works. And we have discussed the machine learning process. And we discuss how the machine learning is applied in cybersecurity and what is the need for the modern approach and why the traditional approach is not at all suitable nowadays. That is outdated. What is the reason? And what are the machine learning principles in cybersecurity? And how the machine learning benefits the cybersecurity. And we have discussed the example of utilization of machine learning in spam filtering, in Google Maps, in driverless cars. Everything we are applying the machine learning's techniques and fraud detections. And we discuss about the threat analytics, unassisted learning, and driverless car is not in existence in our country. Mostly it has been come in foreign countries. It uses the sensors, cameras, and by applying the predictions and patterns, it recognizes the traffic lights, everything. and it takes the alternative route. So I think in the year of 2023 or 24, it will exist in our Chennai also. The next is we had discussed about the improvement of security incident and overall solution for cyber security. So what is the process? As one is planning and design. The next is resiliency management and giving training. That is the implementation part. Next is the monitoring and management part. And then we are getting our optimized transformation. So thus I conclude my topic, the machine learning in cyber security. Thank you once again for giving me a opportunity to take part in your 7 days FDP program. Once again, I thank the management, principal sir, vice principal ma'am, head of the department, and all the faculty members of Sri Chandraprabhu Jain College. And a special thanks to Ms. Thirunellai ma'am who invited me for this FDP session. Thank you one and all. Participant, is there any queries? You may ask now.
Madam,
Yes, sir.
are you audible, ma'am?
Yeah, yes, yes.
I am Dr. S. Ravichandran, HOD of Computer Science PG Department, ma'am.
Okay, sir.
Ma'am, any new innovative method of machine learning algorithms, madam? Names? Hello? Hello?
Learning.
Hello?
Support vector machine algorithms are there, sir. So we can apply those support vector machine algorithms also to develop our thing innovative.
Innovative.
The clustering, K means clustering or all the outdated thing. We can also apply the inference engine algorithm. So that is the most recent algorithm to learn the machine learning inference engine support vector machine. And these are all the recent algorithms for the machine learning process, sir.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. One more question, ma'am. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
in A and A star algorithm is there, ma'am. Artificial intelligence. That algorithm is supported to machine learning or not? Both algorithms.
It will support the machine learning, sir, both.
Okay, fine. Okay,
Search
thank you, ma'am.
Supported to machine learning continuous, definitely.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. Any more queries from the participants?
Dear participants, if you have any queries, you can post in the chat box.
And the most trend in machine learning is the machine learning optimization management. We call it as MLOPs. That is the most recent trend in machine learning. Thus, we have discussed in the last previous slides about the optimization. Any other queries, ma'am?
I think is no, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your words of wisdom. May I now request Mrs. Geeta, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, to propose vote of thanks. Over to Geeta, ma'am. Welcome you, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Geeta, ma'am, am I audible? It's okay, ma'am. I'll wind up with a vote of thanks. Thank you, one and all, for your valuable participations in the faculty development program. With these words, I would like to wind up the program. Thank you, my dear participants.